Some of the world goes round and round with all you ever knew. They say the sky high above is Caribbean
Before I start, I'd like to sketch out my ideas. That's what I've done here, if you want to take a look at it so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be painting. So this is basically what we're going to be doing here today. And I've got all my materials laid out here. These are the materials you may or may not consider using when undertaking a task like this. Alright, so we're just going to get our 2-inch brush here. Put a little water on it. We're using acrylics today because they're cheaper than oils and I'm broke. I'm going to take quite a bit of white and some blue just on my brush and just start working it in. You need color on here. You don't want a white canvas or people will accuse you of being racist. And plus, that's not what it's about. It's about just letting it happen, just letting these colors get on there. You know, they say the sky is the limit, but I've been higher than that. It's a happy little sky where the birds fly. Oh, are there birds in the sky? No, they got shot by the hunter down the road. That's okay. That's okay. New birds will hatch out of eggs. That's what happens, right? Now, got that sky worked in there pretty nice. Just using that old 2-inch brush, just moving it across there. Just keep on moving it across there to give that natural feel. The streakiness, the wind's blowing today. Oh, where is it blowing? Oh, it's blowing. It's blowing like a whore. I'm gonna take my brush, go into the black, and just start pulling down some mountains here. Just making some shapes. Right here. Where does this mountain live? Right there. There it goes. Swoosh. Yep, there we are. Big old crag of a mountain. Just pull it down. Just make these little cross motions. Why do these mountains live there, you might ask? They just live there. Maybe the school systems are good, you know. Maybe they, you know, whatever. Maybe these mountains don't live in a good neighborhood. Maybe they live in a ghetto. Maybe they made some bad life choices and they, you know, have to pay for it by living in substandard housing in the projects, you know. This might be in a different place, you know, somewhere where there's ice, there's snow on the mountains. It's cold up there. Not here where it's fucking 100 degrees every day. Nope, that's the beauty about Texas though. If you don't like it, you can move to Canada, you know, or wherever. I guess there's other cold places. But I like it. Something about sweating while you're sleeping. It's really appealing to me. Alright, just kind of touching in some color. Okay, pay attention to where your light's coming from, because we're going to be dropping in these shadows on the backside of these mountains here in a second. And you don't want to overdo this either. You want to kind of make it almost look accidental. But all the time, you know you're controlling it. Alright. People will wonder, how did you make all these mountains? And you'll say, fucking, took me 3 days. Because you can lie to them, and they'll be like, wow, you're wasted 3 days. You should watch Bob Ross. He can make that shit real quick. You know, it doesn't matter if you're, you know, gonna paint a picture, or like, you know, build a rocket ship, or, you know, bomb, whatever you're into. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to paint a little picture, a little happy picture. We'll scrape these moves in there. Just gonna let them happen. That's right in there. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. This is what painting is. It's learning how to fix the mistakes you made. You know, just like in life. Like you know, say you say the wrong thing to a girl, and you know, tell her that her new haircut makes her look like a dyke. I mean, it's okay because you learn from your mistakes, and that's what life is all about. You know, learning from your mistakes. You know, so that's what we're doing here, is we're just making a series of mistakes and seeing which one of them are good and which ones are shitty. And that's basically what life is right there. And so that's something to look forward to, kids. A little lesson there about reality coming at you when you're painting pictures on the side of the road for quarters. Remember that. Remember what I told you. Remember how it didn't make a lot of sense when you heard it, and then you'll realize that it still probably won't make a lot of sense. But that's okay, because this is your world and we're just painting it. So then you start dropping trees in. Oh yeah, this is where the forest is. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Alright. Just let it happen, it's just happening. You don't have to worry too much. It's just gonna naturally occur. Almost whether you like it or not, you know, like you can't. Once you get started, just like the divorce proceedings, you know, between my ex-wife and I, you know. So, of course, you know, why shouldn't she divorce me for that soccer player who's 19-year-old, you know, just because he got six-pack abs and, you know, doesn't cry during Disney movies. Like, that's, oh yeah, okay, that's a great reason, yeah. I'm not mad at all. So we're just gonna tap these trees in here and just get your aggression out on the painting. This is like, make this little forest really fucking fill with your... Just make some happy trees, just some happy trees. They're happy, and they're just chilling. They're just chilling. They don't have alimony payments. They're having a good life. They got little squirrels that run inside of them. Little squirrels up in the trees. In the trees and the mountains. And there's things that happen. This guy here. Give him some shape. You gotta make sound effects. That's what I've heard of these. Or else it won't work right. So I take that to heart. I'm never very good at sound effects though, so it's also a good time to practice. And not all of these trees have to be perfect. Don't forget that. You could just let them become what you want. Maybe it's a haggard old tree, you know. Maybe it lost its Medicaid under George Bush and had to grow fucking sideways, and you know, or whatever. It's whatever you want, really. You know. I mean, hey, this tree is your tree to fucking cut down for toothpicks or whatever. You know, if that's your thing. You know, this is a little forest of your imagination. What lives in this forest? Fucking anything you want. Could be squirrels. It could be little chipmunks. Maybe a little rabbit. Maybe a homeless guy. You know, it's just whatever you want to live in your little forest. That's what's gonna live in there, because this is your world, and don't forget that. You know, this isn't like the real world. You know, this is if you make a mistake in here, they're not gonna fucking put you in jail and label you as a sex offender for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Because like, all right, so we're just gonna drop in some more color here, and look at some yellow. Say if a tree falls in the woods, would it make a sound? I say, of course it fucking would. It's a goddamn tree, and it's fucking falling. There's just because you're alone doesn't mean you're not gonna say, I'm alone all the time, and I make noises, weird ones too. Doesn't matter to me anymore. So we're making these little tree shapes, just making them kind of stand out. So we're pushing some of them behind and bringing some of them forward, so we can create the illusion of depth. Because that's what a painting is. It's an illusion. We're basically like, an artist is like a magician, only not as gay. Send me your hate mail, because it'll go nice with the hate mail I'm getting from everybody else. So as long as I'm getting mail, I'm happy. Now what we're going to do is bring in some landmass here. Let's get this old 2-inch brush back. Let's get some of this wetness off of it. As you can see, I'm using a pant leg to dry my brush that I put over my arm. Because I like pant legs. They're useful, and you can use them for all kinds of stuff. Like, you could wear them as a hat, in fact, as I did when I was in high school. And then I had the nickname Panthead for the longest time. And that's cool, because that was better than the nickname I had before that.